Wow, so we just had our first Ulpan lesson. Oh my gosh, I'm like, my brain is just like, ah. So the class is got about 14, 15 people in it. It's quite small. Mostly women actually, two men, and a real mixture of people. There's like people who've made Aliyah, people who, quite a few girls who've got Israeli boyfriends and are living here and want to learn Hebrew. There's like an older couple who've made Aliyah. There's someone here from India who's working. A real mixture of people from Russia and from France and Italy. Anyway, so the first like hour and a half was like learning how to say my name is Shmi Louise, and where you live. Ani gara Tel Aviv. So I've retained a little bit so far, but honestly I was like, haven't concentrated so hard in a really long time. And it's, the teacher, she's really lovely, Zippy, she's really funny, but like, she asks you questions and you have to be listening to answer. And honestly I haven't concentrated so hard in a really long time. So it was an hour and a half. And now we've got a 30-minute break, so I'm literally going up the road to get a Diet Coke and like some lunch, and I'm going to just sit with some of the girls, and made friends with a girl called Sarah from Italy and Gabrielle from Brazil. So yeah, it's it's really overwhelming and daunting. Obviously, like, it's all in Hebrew. That's how you learn to speak a language, basically. So I just had to convey my oh my godness about this right now, because I literally am back in school and I am concentrating and learning, and I honestly never thought I would be in this situation again. When I left university I was like, that is it, I am never studying again, and yet here I am. But I'm excited and it's good, and I'm gonna learn how to speak another language, hopefully. Okay, so we have finished the first lesson of Ulpan. Yeah, the second half of the lesson was starting to learn the alphabet, the Aleph Bet, which I did actually learn when I was at Cheder, when I was like, I don't know, when did you go? From like 7 till Bat Mitzvah till about 12. So I actually, the letters are familiar to me, but I really don't remember much of it, and I was really glad to like start again from fresh. Some people there had literally never learned it, and the letters are so unusual, and it's very complicated because, I know it's really noisy here on this road, because you have sort of like the letters that you read, which are almost like the capital letters, and the letters that you write, which basically look totally different. And then there are no vowels that are written. They're all like dots and dashes, but you have to just know what they are. So for the purpose of our lesson, we get to use the dots and the dashes, and then obviously as you progress you don't get to use them anymore. So we actually only had an extra hour today. It was a short first day because they know that it's a lot to take in, so they try and ease you in gently. And then actually tomorrow there's some sort of teacher training day, so we've actually got the day off tomorrow, which is like unexpected. So I'm gonna just practice the words I learn and maybe just go to the beach. But yeah, I feel good. I feel like I don't know if I'm going to be very good at this. I was never very good at languages. I hated studying French and German and Latin. But obviously it's only day one, and I'm sure it will get better. I'm sure everybody feels like this. So I don't really know what to do with myself, because we finished like an hour early, and I'm all like, and everyone else I know is like work or busy, I don't know. So I think I'm gonna go sit in a cafe and read my book and calm down a bit. I don't know why I'm so over energetic. I just think the whole thing is like, this is the reality. You say for ages, oh, I'm gonna do an Ulpan, and oh, I'm gonna learn to speak Hebrew. Then the actual reality of sitting in a classroom, I had my little pencil case. I went to Poundland before I came, and I literally stocked up on highlighters and pens and pencils and rubbers, and now I need to go buy a folder. I think I'm gonna need some Post-its, like all these things that you're just like, oh my god, this is actually happening. I'm actually sitting here in a classroom trying to learn something, and yeah, I just think the whole thing's quite fun, and it'll be really good to actually learn a new skill. So yeah, I'm gonna go and finish my Diet Coke and maybe get another one, add an ice cream, and try and recover. Okay, so just finished day 2 of Ulpan. We actually had a day off yesterday, which was okay, it was a bit ridiculous. We had day 1, which was like, and then it was teacher training day the next day. So we just had a day off, and I had such a nice day. I literally just went to the beach for the whole afternoon. You might see I'm a little bit browner than I was previously. And yeah, I actually haven't done that yet, just had a complete day off, like not worrying about errands or sorting stuff out. So that was really lovely. And now we just had day 2 of Ulpan, and it was still quite terrifying, but actually it was revising a lot of the stuff we did on day 1, and yeah, actually it's okay. I think I can understand what's going on. I'm not very good at speaking it back, but it was cool. But to be honest, there were only 12 people in the class today. Like 3 people didn't come back from the first day, but there were 2 other new people. But the teacher was saying that, you know, if we don't have a class of at least 15, they're not sure if they will continue the class. And all of us were like, oh my God, no, because there aren't any other like 1 p.m. options. This is it, which means we'll all have to We'll all have to transfer to like an 8 a.m. class, and nobody wants that. So we were all like, no one's allowed to leave. So yeah, and also there is a 2-week break in August for like the summer holidays. So I can, you know, I'm gonna have some time off then. Basically, yeah, it was really good, really nice. And then we finished early again today because she says, you know, it's too much to do like full days in the first couple of days. So we finished early, and so me and my friend Sarah from Italy, who was the first girl I spoke to when I arrived, we were just chatting, and I was like, should we just get a coffee? So we just sat and had a really quick like juice. I had a Diet Coke, and just had a chat about, you know, who we are. And she's like a musician, plays the viola, really cool. And yeah, we had a nice time. So it was like, oh, and we've swapped numbers. She asked for my number, check me out. And so I've made a friend, which is really nice. I'm meeting up with another girl called Emma, who I actually don't know, but people have put us in touch, and she's here in Israel from England. I think she's been here a few months. So it'll be nice to, you know, meet someone else new. So far, so good.